I'm here. Welcome to day 232 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. We're doing one thing every day this year to be a better version of ourselves. And today we're talking about creating our own LGNES. What the heck is an LGNES? It is our own letting go of negative emotions strategy. I mentioned yesterday that I learned a long time ago that it was fun to create my own ways, my own strategies, my own techniques, my own tools for letting go of, in this case, negative emotions. Why? Because negative emotions have lower vibration and they keep us down and they prevent us from achieving what it is that we want in any area and aspect of our life. And so today, I'm going to share, I've got 8 different ways that and probably more than that I did an exercise, and I did not go back and find the videos, but if anybody wants me to, put videos in the comments below, and I will go back today and find them and then attach them of these different strategies that I use to let go of the belief, the false belief, and the negative emotions that it carried with it, that I'm not good enough. Now, I did not good enough because it was a quick and easy one, and I think today I'm going to do the same thing, because that's going to be our challenge today, is to find at least one creative way that feels good to you to let go of a negative emotion. And I'm going to do don't deserve, because to me, don't deserve is just a little tweak on not good enough. Same kind of energy, don't like either one of them. And so I want to eliminate that from my life. And I know that just doing one thing probably isn't enough for me, but maybe it is for you. So do and create one LGNES today that you can use to get rid of a negative emotion that you want to minimize or alleviate, or make it so that it's super duper hard for you to experience that emotion. So what are some of the things I did? I need a magnifying glass so I can read my list. I like to burn things. So I did this at work one day. I was the only one there. We had taken the day off, but I still went into work because that's how you are when you're an entrepreneur sometimes. And I thought, okay, today I've been having this experience and this negative doubts, fears, worry, feeling, an emotion that comes up for me for, probably 40-some, 50, almost 50 years at the point that I did this exercise with myself. And I decided that I was going to find some creative ways to eliminate the negative emotion of not feeling good enough, not good enough. And so I did a bunch of things. I took Post-it notes and I wrote not good enough on it, and I put them in a little bucket. It was actually, those back in the day when they used to sell beer bottles on the tables. Well, there's a bar upstairs in my Italian food manufacturing business. So I had a little bucket in back underneath the deck, and I took that bucket, I put all those little Post-it notes in there, and I lit them on fire. It was so fun. I watched them burn. I took a video of it because, this is why I personally like fire. I like to throw things in the fire to get rid of them, because all that's left is the ashes, and the ashes combine with everything else in nature and go back to nature or go back to the universe where they can be dealt with in a positive way, but they're out of my personal experience in a very, very fun and reactive way. Secondly, I used dry erase marker and I wrote on a mirror, not good enough, and then I got window cleaner and paper towel and I cleaned it off. I had a chalkboard in my office, so on the chalkboard we used to write each other messages and daily notes or daily reminders in the break room, and I wrote on the chalkboard, not good enough, in great big letters. And then again, I sprayed it off with water this time to make sure it would totally be erased and not be seen, and I wiped it off and cleaned off the chalkboard. I also had a dry erase board in my office, so I went in my office and I wrote not good enough on that in great big letters, I think about 5 times, and then again I used a dry erase eraser just to erase it. I actually wrote it on toilet paper, not good enough, and I flushed it down the toilet. That one was really fun too. I don't know, there's things about burning things and flushing things down in the toilet that seem very final to me. I went down, I used to go for a walk every day at my office, down to on a walkway that used to be a bridge across the St. Croix River, and now it's called the dike. And so I would walk down to the dike. So I walked down to the dike, I wrote in the sand right by the river down on the beach, not good enough, and then I let the waves come in and wash it away. That one took a little longer. I probably should have written it closer to the water, but that was fun too, because it was fun to just see how nature reclaims things that aren't for us and just merges them into everything else. And so we don't have to feel bad about letting go of them, because we also know they're not going to harm anyone else. I also wrote on a balloon. I blew up a balloon and wrote on it with black marker, not good enough, and I let it go. Probably not the most economically or environmentally friendly activity that I did, but I did it, so I'm sharing it here. I also wrote it on paper towel and threw it in the trash. I actually took the time to make dough because I had an Italian food manufacturing business. I made dough, and then I created letters out of the dough. I cooked them, and I ate them. I ate not good enough and let it go. What else did I do? I wrote a letter to myself and burned that in the same bucket that I burned the not good enough in. Nowadays, you could probably write an email or a text. However, I will remind you that anything you put out there in digital form is in the environment forever. It's why I warned my kids when cell phones were first coming along, hey, keep in mind that everything you do could possibly be recorded and come back to haunt you someday. So do the right thing. Always do the right thing. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Technology has brought a whole new sense of, I think, negative emotions and disturbance and social pressure to a couple of generations that we didn't have to deal with. I'm 65 now, so I didn't have to deal with a lot of the things that technology have done. I mean, technology was growing fast, but remember, computers were still the size of gymnasiums when I was young and when I was a teenager, so we didn't have a lot of the pressure that's on kids nowadays. What else did I do? I wrote write, email, or text, but do not send. And I would say, even if you delete it, I'm not sure if the footprint's still there or not. I don't know how that technology works, but it's a little suspicious to me. So sometimes I think just write a physical one and burn it, because then nobody else is ever going to find it. And then I also did shaving cream on my legs. I was shaving my legs, so I wrote not good enough, and then I shaved it away. So there's all kinds of creative ways you can come up with to let go of the negative emotion you might be feeling or experiencing, or you might only feel it sometimes, but you want to get rid of it and let it have no power over you and your decision making and your interactions and your relationships and creating the life that you want. So I challenge you today to come up with one LGNES, share it in the comments below, do it. Don't just come up with it and then not do it. Actually do it today on a negative emotion you don't want to experience much anymore or at all anymore, and then see how it makes you feel. And if it makes you feel better, if it makes you feel lighter. To me, excuse me, if the action and the activity makes me feel lighter, then I know it's for me. If it doesn't, if it makes me feel heavier, if I burned it in a bucket and I still felt heavy, I would do it again, or I'd do something else again. All right. Any questions? Hit me up and ask. If you want the videos, write video in the comments below, and I will direct message them to you. Otherwise, well, make it an awesome day, and I will, of course, see you tomorrow.